Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Beg Brigade. Welcome back to my channel. This is our daily devotionals, and this one is for February 6th. Title of this one is called Night Workers. Bible verse goes as follows: The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. Psalm 24 verse 1. Now our story. The rainy season arrived and turned our Pacific Northwest backyard into a muddy mess. Earlier, we had some trees removed, leaving the area looking like a barren moonscape. I couldn't wait for spring when I could replant grass and flowers. But in the dead of winter, the mud sprouted mounds that I thought must be raccoon or possum tracks, since our bunny lives out back in an enclosure. I worried about predators were stalking her at night. I pointed out the mound tracks to my son, an avid angler, and asked, "Do you think it's raccoons?" He chuckled. "No, Mom, not raccoons. Those mounds are where the earthworms come up at night." My mouth hung open. He added, "That's why they're called night crawlers." I stared harder, imagining these worms pushing through the mud to breathe. Growing up, my sons had dangled plenty of the reddish pink segmented worms in my face, but until that moment I hadn't thought of how hard it must be to excavate the heavy earth. Technically, a night crawler is different from an earthworm, but they're both enelids, a name that comes from the Latin word for little rings. And the rings play different roles in worm health. These creatures aren't slimy like slugs or snails, and unlike snails, both night crawlers and earthworms till and enrich the soil. In my yard, I counted dozens of holes and thanked the worms for caring for the earth. I can't help thinking of these lowly beings as heroes soldiering on unseen, at least until some robin nabs one for breakfast. I'm thankful for the many people God places in my life to both enrich and stir things up a bit. I asked my angler son to spare our resident worms from a fish hook, knowing they were doing their best work to keep God's earth fertile and full of blessings. Linda S. Clare. Walk of faith. Find unrecognized heroes in your life and thank them for their dedication. Well, that's a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Please remember that I love you and so does Jesus, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye now.